Hello everyone, I had to completely redo everything because I just did this video and it turns out I forgot to set it to record my microphone. So yeah, completely lost everything I did. So yeah, let's start again. Right, now 2 years ago I made a batch video on how to make a login and register program. It turns out that was really popular and people liked it, and I said in it I was going to do more. So now I'm finally getting back around to things. I haven't done batch in ages, so I might make a few mistakes, but I know we'll get there in the end. So yeah, so we're going to start off with simple. We might touch on intermediate. Don't know what I'm in the mood to teach. So right, first things first. I'll do everything in Notepad this week. Next week I'm going to switch to Notepad++, because well, in fact I'll just show you the important bit with this. Now the important bit is once you've made your code, you just go File, Save As, All Files, and put a .bat. Remember that, a .bat on the end. So when you save, it becomes a batch file. So yeah, I'm gonna do this on Notepad++ because I prefer that though. You can do it in Notepad. That works. So yeah, here we go. Now, first, the most important thing when you're doing something, echo off. Now, I'm going to show you what this does with and without. You see, what this does is, say if you go echo 1 2 3. Now whenever you type a code, it'll say that bit echo 1 2 3, then echo it. So for example, if I remove that, don't worry, I'll explain what everything does. Right, so if I do that, open it, something, there we go, I forgot an E. There you go, see, it'll do all this stuff. Now you don't want that at all, so because it just looks messy, untidy, and it looks so much better when you do /@ echo off. Sorry, so see, it just does that. So echo, that's basically your print command. It just says stuff. So whatever you type in, it will say. By the way, if you're wondering how I'm doing this, I'm not going like that. I'm doing the shortcut Control+S because it's quicker. So yeah, just thought I'd tell you, I'm saving it every time. Always after you make a change, save it. Now, pause null. Basically, it's pause. It pauses stuff. It basically pauses the program until you've pressed any key on the keyboard, then it'll go, okay, and continue. So it stops it from closing straight away when I'm trying to show you simple echoes. And you can also use it as an in-betweeny bit. So if you, so it'll go 1 2 3, but it won't continue the program until you've pressed any key. So you can get it to like say, press any key and then continue. Now, next important thing, set. Basically what this does is it sets your variables. So let's do a simple like chat thing. Hello, what do you want to say? So yeah, so set. Now, /p, that tells it it's a user input, so it's you typing in something. Then a variable name, so we'll just call it input, equals. Now you could just leave that blank or put something, but basically all that little bit after equals is what shows up there. So there we go, let's close that. So there we go. Now what we do is basically whenever you're dealing with a variable, you always have to put these percentage marks around it. Percentage mark around whatever you called the variable there, like that. So, for example, if I do that, it'll just repeat what I say. But we don't want that. We want it to test something. So that brings us on to our next command. And if you say hello, the program goes, hey, hello there. So, if, now, /i tells that you're checking variables. We do put it in our little percentage marks from earlier. Input equals, or you could do that. One or the other. Works either way. Then, hello. Now, basically, in batch, instead of doing this like you do with like C++, Visual Basic, we do this. We use just not ordinary brackets. Basically, whatever's in between these brackets is the stuff it does. So basically, if it says hello, it will echo hello there. So let's try this. See, it said hello there. Let me just add a pause null so I could show you things properly. See, has hello there. Now, what we want to do is if you say something it doesn't recognize, like that, you want it to go, I don't know what that means. So that's when we bring in an else. Now, an else must be placed next to this bottom bracket. Otherwise, it won't work with this if. It'll just say you've done it wrong. So we want that to say I don't know what that means. Okay. Now we set it up to work with a simple if. So hello. Hello there. Something up again. Hang on. I added a space. Batch does not like spaces. I'll find a way of fixing it in a minute. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I know how to fix spaces. I think. No, I don't. Do I? That checks if it's... Yeah, that includes spaces. I'll come back to that on a moderate lesson. I'll research that myself. I'll look at that later. Alright. So yeah. But what if you want to see if he said goodbye? Then you'd think, oh, I'll just add another if. I'll just go if goodbye. Then echo leaving so soon. Like that. You just think, I'll do that and it works. But it doesn't. Anyone see why? Because basically, let's go through this step by step. We type in hello. That works fine. Because if hello, it'll say hello there. However, when we come to say the other word, the else is attached to that if. So if it's not hello, it'll say I don't know what that means. But also say leaving so soon. So then you get a predicament where it makes no sense because it goes, I don't know what that means. And then actually does know what it means because it replies. Now, this is an intermediate bit of code I'm about to teach you. What this does, this is a code that will check if it's right or not. If it's correct, what you entered is correct or incorrect. Now, what we do for that is we need to set a integer variable. An integer is a number. So, of course, we do, well, it would make sense to do /i, but we don't. We do /a. /a tells it this is a number variable. So let's call it number, or num. That'll do, actually. Then give it a number, 0. We want to start off with 0. Now, what we do is, if it's correct, num turns into 1. Then, down here, we go if /i, always with these little percentage marks, num equals 1. Then it just does what it needs to do. It'll just carry on with those ifs. So we'll put nothing in there for now. Else, remember, put it next to the bracket. Else, that's where we put I don't know what that means. So if it's not 1, then it will go that. So basically, let's run through this. It's 0. And it will only turn to 1 if you type in hello or goodbye. It will only be correct if you type in hello or goodbye. If not, it will stay 0. So it's not 1. So I don't know what that means. But if it's correct, it'll go to 1 and it'll do it. If you still don't understand, you can, put a comment. I'll describe it in more detail. So yeah, let's try this out. So if we do hello, hang on. I've forgotten something somewhere in here because it's gone. No, I don't want to do this. Yeah, let's add something somewhere. Let's try changing this to EQU. Sometimes it doesn't like using equals because it's strange. There you go. It was EQU. Right. So yeah, hello. It works. That one works. Goodbye. See? It works. And then, of course, if we just type in a bunch of random gibberish, I don't know what that means. See? Works fine. Now, what we want to do now is, yeah. Let's see what else I could teach you. Yeah. I've got a good idea. I think the best way of teaching people is by making a program, not going, this command means this command means this command means this. You're just like, what? Whereas if you're making an actual program, it sticks with you a lot better. So, yeah. So, now, all I've done there is you add one of these, a semicolon, or is it a colon? No, it's a full colon, that one. That's a semicolon. It's a full colon. Then you just put anything you want there, so start. Basically, this is a flag post. It goes, this part of the program, downwards, is called start. So when you do go to, you can type in the name you gave it, so in this case, start, and it'll go back to the start. This way you can create loops, so that way, instead of the program ending as soon as they've done something, so like go hello, then they can type in goodbye. See, then they can just keep typing and typing and typing away without having to restart the program. And that's basically just our little loop. You can make it end by just putting one down here called end, and then say go to end. There's nothing under end, so it just goes okay. The program's over and ends. Right, we can remove that pause null because it's obsolete now. Yeah, so that's what that does. It keeps sending it back, so we can go back to beginning. Another useful command I think you should learn is CLS. All CLS does is clears the page. See, now there's nothing there. Be more productive to move it there. However, as you can see, there's no time for it to say a response because it's just going straight away clear before it has a chance to say any of this stuff. So now, basically, before the gutter. By the way, I'm going to slow down actually because I might be going too fast. I don't know because I know what it means, but I might be going too fast. Basically, it goes straight away back to start. It has no time for you to see this message that's been given. So what we want it to do is wait. We want to go, hang on, wait a few seconds, then go back. Now, what we do for that is ping. We ping someone. We just make up a number. Preferably one that's an actual ping. So, like, that would be a real ping somewhere in the world. Because those work properly. -n means we're not actually pinging anyone. -w means how long to wait for. How long to ping it for. So, you do how many seconds you want. So, let's say 5. And then add 3 zeros. Because it's in milliseconds. And then, of course, you've got to add null. The null adds to the end as to mean we're not actually gonna ping anyone or anything like that. It's actually pinging, but it's not actually going to show you any results if we do null and that's little end. So yeah, so that should hopefully work if we do it correct. There you go. It says hello there. Should wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I counted fast seconds because I missed a few. But yeah, so there we go. You also need to do that, of course, for this. There you go. You always do it before the gutter, then it'll wait, then gutter. But after any stuff you want it to do. So it says it, waits, goes. So yeah, this bit, this bit here is intermediate. It's basically using a variable to test if something's correct. Right, sorry, I've got to stop background pack and it's full of stuff I haven't ever seen before. So, right, yeah. So there we go. We've got a simple program. It loops back, it waits, and it checks if something's correct. Wow, I managed to do this in 12 minutes. Last one was 20. I think I've gone too fast. But yeah, so there, I've taught you some interesting commands. Now let's try and see if we can get spaces. Let's see if we can add spaces into the equation. Now, spaces, in my opinion, never work for some reason. They don't like me very much. They tend to go, something's gone wrong. See, there was an error. I said I'll leave this for another day, but it's just really annoying me. It's ooh, I broke it. Yeah, it doesn't like spaces, does it? Maybe if I just do that, you know. It doesn't like thingy max. Oh no, I know you've got to do that because I did that in my other command. But yeah, we'll just leave it as one word. So I'll research into the spaces for us. But yeah, so there you go. That's a simple chat program. So you can keep on adding these ifs. I don't know, do whatever you want. I don't care. It's your program. So yeah, you can just keep adding these lines of ifs, and it'll add more. So you can eventually make a chat bot. They call them AI, but they're not AI chats. They're just literally what I've done. A bunch of ifs. And you may think, yeah, but that would take bloody ages. That's because I've got at least a team of 5 all working on it. So yeah. But that's all it is, a bunch of ifs. So now you know the secret to that. So yeah, we've done a good bit of coding today. I don't know if there's else really important I can teach you to do with making a program. Oh yeah, we might want to save stuff to a file. Say we want to snoop on whoever buys our product. I know it's a cheap product. I wouldn't buy it. I really wouldn't. Say we want to go. Hang on. We want it to save whatever this dude says. So echo. Then we type in. Always use your little exclamation mark. So echo that input. We do a double. That will override the file. That will just keep adding new line stuff else, like a log. So we'll just call it log.txt. Every time it'll just save your input in there. So hello stuff. Hang on. It should. Yeah, there's our log. We have a log. That's good. That's good. Stuff. I don't know what that means. What you should do. Right. So basically, yep, there you go. creates a list. So basically, that just saves stuff to file. Now, next week we'll be doing reading from files, which I know you've seen before on my login register. So I'll go into detail with that again. Basically, it reads the file and checks what's on it. So I'll show you that next time, of course, because that's a annoying code that took me a while. So yeah, there we go. This is a nice basic tutorial with some interesting stuff in it. So yeah, let's add a good end command. Let's change that end. Right, that's a correct command, but we're just gonna go delete. Oh man, keep that. There we go. It doesn't really need that because although it's correct command, it's ending it, so it never has time to check. It just jumps straight to the bottom. Yeah. So give it a ping set. You can read the message. It says leaving so soon. I'll put, oh well, goodbye. Because, you know, leaving so soon is a question. Can't put a question if it's forcing it on you. Ooh, something went wrong. Oh well, goodbye. Maybe it doesn't like those. I'll just shove that in there. I don't care if it looks it or not. End. Oh well, goodbye. There we go. See, bye-bye. You'll wait 5 seconds and then end, hopefully. That's a long 5 seconds. Well, would you look at that? It didn't work. Because that was 1. Damn you all. Right. There we go. Just leave it. Just leave it. And it has issues though. Okay, I've got an idea. Yeah. I've got an idea. Let's just do that. Let's try this. Try something magical. I'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what that means. We should know what that bloody means, right? No. I can't just shove to the end. I can't just ignore this. It's like mean. Okay, new idea. Let's do something fancy. I got a new idea. Right, just to make this work. See, this is what programming's about, thinking. So there you go, see if it's 0. That way, let's set it to 3. See, it's not 2. It's not even a number in the range, so it shouldn't bother us. In fact, I don't even think I need to set it anymore. I kind of do. No, I don't, because there's no else's. There we go. See, I don't even need to set it anymore. Oh, come on. Stop being a douche. Sorry. Search num equals 2. This is programming for you. It doesn't like you very much. Programming never likes you. It's evil. You have to fight with it in order to get it to do it. There you go, see? Now it just goes, it's not 1, it's not 0, let's just ignore it. Job done. So yeah, there we go. In a short space of time we managed to create some stuff. Some nice simple stuff that everyone can do. I'll wait 5 seconds. There you go. Hang on. Oh, it's because I just pressed enter straight away and ballsed it up. Oh, I did it again. Let's just leave it. I'm a danger to myself. Danger to myself. Oh, look. That's everything we've said. That's cool. I forgot about that. But yeah, so there you go. Nice, useful file. I've taught you some stuff. You can use it in any way you want, to be honest. So yeah, I'll be doing more of these. Next time I think is intermediate. Well, I might do some intermediate stuff. As you can. Cool. Robot. But yeah, car. Ferrari. Right. Yeah, so next time I'll be teaching you some more intermediate stuff, hopefully. I don't know. But I definitely will be doing more tutorials soon. So yeah, keep listening. If you want to make any suggestions for tutorials, like if you want to know how to take over the world, which I won't tell you, that's just a shoddy example, then you know I'll give you a batch. I'll make a video, put it on YouTube, and then you can have a look at it. So yeah, just keep after you've given the suggestion, just keep checking my channel every now and again. I'll post it up. So yeah, I'm open to suggestions on different batch tutorials you want. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave me a comment. If you like me and my stuff that I do, and subscribe, you know, it helps. So yeah, thanks guys. I'll be making some more shortly, so yeah, I'll see you then.